Hi, I'm Izzy from Gravity Wiz, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build an automatic follow up email system that reaches out to people when they start filling out your Gravity form but don't finish. This will help you boost your form completion rates. So, whether it's an order form, an application, or a sign up, people get interrupted and then they drop off. These automatic reminders help bring them back to finish what they started, just like those abandoned cart emails in e commerce. To demonstrate how to do this, I have a magical study plan form as an example. So, students fill it out to get a personalized study plan, but sometimes they get interrupted and then they don't finish. We want to automatically capture their email and send them a friendly reminder so that they can come back and complete their plan. So, we will be using two things: Gravity Forms partial entries and Gravity Perks notification scheduler. So Gravity Forms partial entries saves form data even if they don't click submit. And this gives us the incomplete submissions that we can follow up on. And the second is Gravity Perks notification scheduler. This lets us delay notifications. So instead of sending them immediately, we can see if the customers come back on their own to the form first to finish it. So these are the steps that we need to accomplish. First is to enable partial entries. The second is to set up Gravity Perks notification scheduler. Third is to add the filter hook. And then fourth is to test it out. First, we enable partial entries so that we can capture their email even if they don't submit the form. So we go to add-ons. Here we will look for partial entries and then activate the plugin. Now let's go back to our form, go to the settings, and then let's click partial entries. Here we click enable, and then I'm also going to enable the conditional logic because I want to make sure that they fill out the field for their email, and that's when it can partially save. And here I've just put email contains the at symbol. Once that's done, we click Save Settings. And now let's move on to step 2, which is to set up Gravity Perks Notification Scheduler. So to do this, we will be going to our spellbook. While partial entries handles capturing the email prior to submission, we will want to schedule a Gravity Forms notification to send at the right time after we've made sure that they've abandoned their form. Gravity Perks Notification Scheduler gives you the power to schedule notifications at the right time. Now that we're in our spellbook, let's look for Gravity Perks Notification Scheduler. Click Install, and don't forget to activate it. And then we go back to our form. We will click on notifications, then we will add a new notification, and then for the event, we will select partial entry saved. And in the send to email field, we will be selecting the email merge tag. Then I'll be setting up the message here. So I will say, hi, let's look for their name. You forgot to complete your form. Now we select when we want the notification to be sent. So you can select between sending immediately, through a delay, or a specific date. So for me, I want it to be a time delay of about, let's say, 5 minutes. I'm also going to be enabling conditional logic where we put progress is not complete. So this ensures that we don't send any unnecessary emails if they finish the form before the delay is up. And now let's move on to the next step. For step 3, we need to enable an extra piece of functionality. Gravity Forms only evaluates the conditional logic we set up earlier on entry creation. We need to make a slight modification as to how the conditional logic works. That way, we don't find ourselves in a situation where somebody has abandoned their cart, returned to the form, and filled out the form, and we're still sending them emails. So this is the blog post where we will be getting the filter hook. So this is the filter hook that we will be adding to our functions.php file. Don't worry about memorizing this filter hook as I've linked this blog post below. So we go to our tools, theme file editor, and then we click functions.php. This is where you will be putting your filter hook. And now for step 4, which is to test it out. So I'm going to be doing this by using Gravity Perks Live Preview. So let's say the student only got to finish the form until this point and didn't complete all the other answers. So now let's wait for 5 minutes for the email follow up to come in. I'll be skipping ahead to that part. And here is the follow up email in our inbox. Let's go ahead and open it. Isn't that super amazing? So, what I'm using here is an email testing tool called MailPit, and it helps you preview emails for local environments. So, this email here is a very basic example of the follow up email, but you can easily customize it to match your own message and design. Now, if you want to take it a step further and include the actual link to the form, I'll show you how to do it. So we will be using Gravity Perks Advanced Save and Continue. This will let our customers manually save their progress and they will have a link that they can come back to. Let's go to our spellbook, look for Advanced Save and Continue, install it, and don't forget to activate it. Now let's go back to our form. We will go to the settings. Now let's go to Save and Continue. And here you have to enable Save and Continue. Click Save Settings. Now let's go to our notifications and edit the message. And in the message, we will be including this merge tag. This merge tag adds the link to your follow up email so that your customer can go back to the form and complete it. Now let's click on Update Notification. And let's test it out using Gravity Perks Live Preview. Let's say she stops here and she wants to continue later. And here is the link that she can come back to finish the form later on. But let's say she forgets or she misplaces the link. This is where the follow up email comes in handy. So let's wait for 5 minutes for the follow up email to come in and I'll skip ahead to that part. So I'm back in my inbox and here's what it looks like in MailPit. As you can see, it's pretty simple, but the spirit is there. The email is here with a link that you can click to go back to the form. From here, you could style the email and even make the link clickable. But let's go ahead and test out the link to go back to the form. And now Daisy can pick up where she left off and finish her form. So if you'd like to learn how else to customize your Gravity forms, check out our other tutorials on our YouTube page. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, adventures!